Welcome everyone to another video. This week I'm gonna show you what I'm doing with our abundance of herbs. Now we got a huge bush of lemongrass, a very big bush of rosemary, and because they're not really close to our house, we don't really use it often, so we always forget. When I harvest stuff for dinner, I always forget the herbs. So I thought it would be a good idea to actually dry them and store them right in the kitchen, so you can always just add a bit of spice to it. I did it already with fennel, and it works really well. I've already, put it over every dinner almost. Just a little bit of fennel, why not? A little bit of health. And in the second part of this video, I'm gonna make essential oil. Over winter now, I've had really bad asthma, and I think it's because we have the fire on all the time. Made the air really dry, extra dry, because winter weather is already really dry, so I struggled and had to take the puffer every day. So I bought myself an air humidifier, and you can add essential oil to the air humidifier. So I thought it would be a great idea if I could make my essential oil myself. So we got heaps of eucalyptus trees, like right there. And we got one little one growing. We actually cut it down because it was too close to the house. But little shoots always come back up, so I might try to do it with those little shoots and infuse them into the oil. What was also on the property is a huge, or actually two huge bushes of lavender, and I've barely used it. I know you could use it for a lot of things, like doing perfume or whatever, but yeah, with the child I haven't come to it yet. So let's have a go with making some lavender oil, because I love the smell of it, and it would be great if I could put the oil into an air humidifier. Poor little guy had his injections today, but he's doing very well, and he's helping me doing the herb jars to put my dried herbs in there. Där bist du helfen. This is one of our big lavender bushes, and this one is our little lavender. This is our Thai basil plant. It's not the season, but yeah, I'm still too lazy to go and get it, so I'm gonna go and take a few of those leaves and dry them as well to get them closer to the kitchen. And at the back here is our other sad normal basil. This is our lemongrass bush. It's massive. It looks a bit dry, but I think in summer it's gonna come back. And right next to it, that's the rosemary bush. And yeah, that's how far it is away from our house, so that's why I can't be bothered most of the time to go and get it. Here I'm harvesting some rosemary twigs to hang up on the windowsill later. Then I'm also taking some lemongrass. I just took 2 then. Take all the dry stuff off and cut them off and put them on the windowsill. Same for the basil. Looks a little bit bad now, the basil plant, but hopefully in summer it will just grow back. And that's the Thai basil, also is sad, it's not warm enough for him. Then this is coriander. We had a lot growing into our fridge actually that we upcycled. So I think we should have enough of all the herbs. We got rosemary, coriander, Thai basil and normal basil. And for my oil infusion I also needed lots of lavender. I went pretty crazy, and yeah, I've used almost everything. And the same with the eucalyptus tree. I took all the young shoots off it. And even this, I've almost used everything and put them into the jar. So now to dry the herbs, I'm just gonna tie a string around it, like that. Why is the light gone? Yeah, like that. Oh, it smells so good. And then I'm gonna hang it up somewhere inside. They recommend not straight into the sun, because otherwise the flavor might disappear too quickly because it dries too quickly. So somewhere inside where it's sort of dry, yeah, maybe sometime half the day in the sun or something inside though. Yeah. And the other ones, like the rosemary, when I dry it and hang it up like this, most likely all the little needles are gonna fall off. So I'm just gonna place them paper bag because yeah, that absorbs any moisture. Chuck them in there, and once they're dry, cut them up and put them in jar. As simple as that. Now I've hung them up on my window. So I've got 2 recycled jars that I cleaned beforehand, and I'm gonna infuse sunflower oil, and I didn't have much coconut oil, so we got some olive oil in the cupboards, so I'm gonna do it with those 2. Now I really know why Australia always has such bad bushfires, because I just crunched the leaves up and took them off the stem, and my hands are absolutely sticky from that sort of eucalyptus oil. It smells a lot like eucalyptus, and yeah, the whole sort of leaves are so sticky in my hands that the tree's gonna catch on fire. Oh my god, it's just an explosion, an oil explosion, and just, yeah, terrible. I packed it all nice and full. It's quite squashed down so I can get a lot of leaves in, so hopefully it's going to make a really intense eucalyptus oil. Fill it up. I hope it actually fits some oil still in it. So all the herbs are drying nicely on the windowsill. My oil, I'm shaking every day, just giving a quick shake. And I smelled the lavender. It's been now 4 days I think, and it smells already pretty. Actually, this is the eucalypt. This is not that great yet, but the lavender definitely smells like lavender when you open it. Not sure, maybe next time I would actually prefer sunflower oil than olive oil, because that olive oil has quite a distinct smell, so maybe it's better to use a non-smelly oil like coconut oil or something. Also here they're crisping up in the bag. It's basil and rosemary in the bags, and here we got the lemongrass. It's also drying nicely in the sun. Sometimes I stir it around, but that's been drying the quickest. Yeah, and then the rest I'm just gonna put into the jars. I got the jars over here. Thai basil. Yeah, you can't really read it that well. Corriander, basil, and I'm just gonna fill them up like I've done with the fennel already. So fennel, with one hand. There we go. So that's nicely full, and I just, sprinkle it over our food. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you've done anything similar, please let me know. Maybe you've got some tips and tricks, then let me know in the comment section below. And if you would like to see more of us, then subscribe to our channel. Belinda Zog is my name, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye bye!